Yes, ladies and gentlemen, once again we are back. Lapana in Jobana was with South Africa sometimes it's load shedding. You can see now is Ibrahim Lapala is joining the Lapa. Nanti colored Lapa ele kept color Lapo Pamela Kujala is joining. Sister Lapana Besa still appearing in Pido Yaka Lapano Sisi. Estella about to be subcodis at the end Sapello network. How are you folks in all parts of the world? I'm a legends. I'm a legends. I'm petty gash. Yes, and I don't want to Richard Siluma.
Ngiyaphila futhi njani wena?
Hayi ngiyaphila kathi what ipheke
nababukeli bonke ngiyanibingelela la nikhona. Yeah,
kathi usungumfana kaMalema usithe pheke lapho uthe pheke right.
No, uMalema what he did wathatha ikhala esimixa ngayo ireggae njengoba amakhala awu3 nje wathatha lebomvu yena.
Wathatha lebomvu.
Yeah, so ke njengathi ke sinazo zonke sinabo green and red and what. Depend on
Okay. My sister. Yes. Right. A lot of people they were commenting about your life. You finish what you were saying about your days when you were growing up. You know it was hot, right? Wasuka ke ngalezo nsuku. Pamela kuthala besiyakubingelela.
Njani butwa?
Wabonile phakathi kweviki lapha.
Hayi bayazi ukuthi ngumuntu wakho.
Yeah. Ngumuntu wakho.
Umuntu wakho.
Ngifuna ukubuyela kusisi. My sister so bekunjani ke ngezikhathi zeni likhula?
Angithi I said it that
Tina
we are from the apartheid era.
Yeah, now
we are not the born frees.
Yes,
we are not the born
100%.
frees.
Yeah.
We've got a long story to tell. I can write a book about how we grew up during apartheid regime. But because we knew who we were, this is as good as Ngobani, and then we fought in terms of we need to continue and pushing through our music, through the messages that we write on the music. Put Richard Tuyas. I'm a prisoner.
Yeah, man.
Yes. We the legends, we never forgot our surroundings, our environment, and who we are. We always make sure when we write our music.
Ministers of religions.
Yes.
Have visited me many times to talk about it.
They say to me,
yes,
I gotta leave.
Yes.
I said no.
It's a bad habit for a man, but we're not trying to leave it. My friend keep telling me I'm a fool amongst fools.
Yes.
Now I'm a slave. A slave. I'm a slave.
Richard.
Yeah.
Right, what was
You see, we never just go to the studio to just go.
No.
We were connected to what was happening in the country.
True.
We were connected.
We still are.
So you tell me, you guys. So slave law it was same because of the apartheid.
Yes.
But we were very smart about how we wrote because we were not allowed to
go straight.
Straight. So we would go via but the people, the masses, they knew when we say slave, the word slave, it meant a lot to us.
True.
It meant a lot to us.
Mm-hmm. You understand? Like it was said, liquor slave, but we knew. We were very smart about our
way of writing.
Yes, way of writing. Yes, man.
Sister.
Yes,
Slave was released 1985, 1984.
Yeah. No, not about 85.
85. Was it the first one? Was it the first?
Not really. We did Rastus Never Die, and then we did Together as One, and then we came up with Slave.
With Slave.
Together is one.
Right.
See, that one I was telling you about, it's like it's continuing with me.
Yeah.
Because I talked about Africa Unite, one.
Yes.
One now is coming, you know?
Yeah, Mom. We've
Right.
been together, sister.
So you guys,
we've done so much.
Yes.
But the leaders of South Africa today, they don't know anything about all this. you know, because they don't even know that while they were out, we were just next to them all the time. I remember when the first day I arrived in Australia, and then the ANC sent a delegate to come and talk to me about how should we be interviewed, because they really wanted to struggle to be strong, you know. So we did it, because we listened to them and we did it, and then at the end of the day, we find ourselves being so-called free. But I don't know whether we're still free again, but maybe you'll tell me, maybe you know.
That's another fight. I've been fighting it. I told you before.
Yeah.
Rich.
Yeah.
I said I'm pushing a campaign of Proudly South African.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand. I was doing, if you listen to one of the national radio stations I was on, I said, when was the last time you had Lucky Dube? Somebody who flew our flag. So I'm on the campaign of saying proudly South African.
My baby.
Because he passed on, now we say bye-bye. No, we say, what did you teach us? The legacy, we push it. We bring it up.
While you're there, actually, there is an artist called Babs Mlangi.
Yes,
you know,
I know.
If you play that song today on the radio, everybody cries tears, because Special Salah Emma.
Oh, Salah Emma.
Those are the songs that the world, especially South Africa, still need those songs. They want to, if the children can hear
the content.
If the children can hear those songs, they will be writing better songs today. You do know that there is a song which the last time I heard about it, I think I was just born. A song said,
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
That song now, the youngsters, they've rechanged.
They remix
They are
our
making
songs.
a big hit out of it.
Yes.
But imagine
Evaya, Orlando.
how many songs are there that are
Remixed.
not performed or not played on the radio, which they can actually help our future to be able to learn from it and do and write proper music. Actually, they don't do that, because the radio station here, I don't know, the people who are running radio station here, I think they are totally lost, because they've never traveled. If they once travel, they will know that if you're in America, nobody will play your music on the national radio.
They can't.
You can be in anywhere in Europe, nobody will play your music on a national radio.
It's a
you
fight.
are only
We
playing
need to fight
on
about it.
community radios only. But here we gave them everything. We can. They are on our.
I'm not
every
giving
day.
up. I'm not giving
So
up.
can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? I asked you, Sissy, before about the percentage of your music in South Africa. What's the percentage of your air in South Africa? Do you get enough airplay?
No.
No.
There is no percentage. This Saudi guy tried his best, but they kick him out, because in South Africa they always think about money. They don't think about their culture. They don't want to serve anything. You know, they just want money.
Money. So you think corruption is there in the radio stations as well?
Everywhere,
yes.
everywhere. Corruption is in corner of South Africa, because if somebody from outside comes into the country and have the money, that guy is going to be your king. You know, like today you have people, the Pushires of this world. So we've got the Christ Embassy. Those are the big guys in South Africa, because they came to take your money and pretend as if they are the biggest in the world. That's what's happening in South Africa.
Right, Richard, I want to ask you, what's your relationship with other legends? What's your relationship, you musicians, with other, my sisters, Pamela and Kuta? What's your relationship? How do you support one another?
Actually, at the moment, we are so scattered. I don't wanna lie.
We are.
I never even knew that our sister Pamela, she's still active.
Yeah.
She never knew that I was active as well.
Yeah.
She thought maybe Richard Siluma, because he was Richard Siluma in the 1940s, and he's no more there. Richard Siluma is still active badly, and Richard Siluma performed. Ausunkutai, she's also performing, and you are performing.
Yes.
All of us were performing, but now the problem is that if there is, you don't hear any promoter talks about us, because the promoters are actually following what's happening now. Gong, you know that thing called gong? Is it gong?
Yes, gong, yeah. Gong.
Yes, they follow those things. And on top of that, this gong story, I heard it from my song called Change. If you don't change your mind, I'm gonna love some. Those gong sound are coming from those kind of songs, you know. But then now today nobody talks about us today. But our up and coming artists are actually running their life out of us.
Right. So okay. Let me see. A lot of people they want to be added, but we don't have enough time to add people. Please, we don't have enough time because my sister's got another interview.
Yes.
Right. Richard, I'll come to you. Pamela, I'll come to you. I'll come to Sisi. Sister, into music now. We spoke about your life coming in. Your music. When did you actually say, right, I'm into music now? When did you start record, and where did this come from?
The motivation of the state of my country motivated me to write because
don't run away. Someone wants to parade. Yes,
because through music I realized I can reach. My song can be played in Cape Town while I'm here.
Yeah.
My song can be played in Botswana while I'm here. So music is a universal language. It crosses borders. So for me to be able to use this platform and be heard, music is the easy way.
Yeah, go on. Right.
Yes.
Wakubana ufuna ukukholisa bakwethu hamba lamalaje Richard Zoloma hamba usikhona hamba lophakela kamkhutha. Khuluma ngase South Africa siyakholisa siyajayiva siyagenzela. Into sesenzela. Hulizwa. Uzalimala mntaka gogo uzavunguza zambhobhoriyo ngohamba lami.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amandla. Come here.
Maybe.
Raise up Africa, raise up.
Raise up Africa.
Yes. Raise up. And it's like that. Oh no, no problema.
Yes. Right. Wawukhuluma ngamandla lapha sithi raise up. Wawukhulumani please.
You know what? We are the legends.
Yeah.
We are talking about the legends that are ignored in their own country.
Yes.
Amandla sasekhona.
Amandla sesekhona.
Asekhona. We're still writing the message.
Listen, you cannot tell me that Amandla sesekhona. When an African can come to South Africa, listen, don't get offended, Richard. Don't get offended.
I won't. I don't easily get
when
offended.
An African come to South Africa, he struggles to get or to be allowed at the airport. He struggles. They are still doing it's called xenophobia. What do you call it?
Xenophobia.
Yeah, people are still, and then we call ourselves Africans, Richard. Sister, we spoke before. A lot of people they saw your interview, but we are still not free in Africa. Let's be honest.
Yes.
You cannot go to South Africa and walk free. You cannot go to Zimbabwe and walk free. Why is it like that in this day and age? If you're saying that we still have,
we actually trying our best because we can only talk through a word of music.
Yeah.
And then as I'm talking to you, I'm writing a song that says Africa need a leader.
Yes.
So that song actually has the very same story that we're talking about. That I'm carrying my ID wherever I go. My name is Sagila, and I'm black. You don't need to ask me all those things. You don't need to ask me passports and all those things, because the whole Africa knows who I am. Why should I be asked all those things? Because you just look at me and then you know this is Sagila. And then we know a number of people in Africa that we don't need to be asking IDs. Those are the things that we're busy talking about.
Yes.
So I am happy because I'm talking with people who are really working on that right now. And then I'm looking forward to hear more from you guys, sister. I'm looking to hear more from you because we mustn't stop this. We should just keep going.
Continue.
Yes,
We continue the fight. Like I said, I told you that the song. It's so funny that God connects people in a way. We are on the same page. Because you are saying Africa needs a
come. They want to see
Africa
you. They are running away. Pamela,
Africa needs a leader. I wrote I'm just busy writing a song that says Africa Unite.
Okay.
I think God is working on us because we are the.
But they start phoning me. Yes, go on.
Yes, I'm saying.
Yes, go on.
We need to continue with the
Yeah,
fight.
yes.
It doesn't mean that because now we are saying we are free, it means we are free, we are sleeping.
Yeah.
We need to carry on with the messages.
Yes.
Africa needs one leader.
Yeah.
Africa Unite.
Yeah.
Songs like that. Amanda Sasakona, that means we can still do it. It doesn't mean that because we are legends, it means now we have retired. We haven't retired.
Okay, we haven't retired. Okay.
Legends are like a household that is run by, you can't run a home with kids.
Okay.
So if you reject the legends, the fathers, the mothers, how is the home going to be?
Actually,
Disaster.
while we're there, my darling, it's
Yeah.
exactly what the radio station is doing in South Africa.
Exactly.
All the radio stations, at least they should have an hour of the legend musicians, to music, for the youngsters to learn from.
Yes.
You know, today...
And the history,
when you listen
and
to
know the
radio
history.
station, it's like everything became children. Any radio station is for children, nothing that is building the children.
Okay. Right. Richie, come sit here, Richard. Don't be afraid.
That's
Okay, Rich. You know, sister, I know you are rushing, but it would be nice for you to be here.
I have to be here.
Yeah. We want to go stage by stage. Richard, you met Lucky Dube, or you started with Lucky Dube, or you work with Lucky Dube. Why did you meet Lucky Dube, and how did that combination of you come together?
Lucky Dube, it's a child that grew up right next to me.
Yeah.
Because we are brothers. Our mothers were sisters. Unfortunately, it happened that Lucky Dube did not know the father, but and then Lucky Dube was actually just a child to nobody that wanted to really look at him. And
So you were
think
actually
that-
cousins?
Yeah, we were staying in the same house, same granny, and then I moved him to my mom's place. And then my mom was taking care of us. Lucky grew up,
Wow.
and then with all the willing of doing what the elder brother doing already, because I was already in music. And then one day I recorded 1979. I recorded a CD and I left it at my granny's house. And then when I came back for a visit, I found that Lucky Dube was singing my album. My songs better than me. Is when I said, okay, my younger brother is now taking over. I'm just waiting.
He was younger than you.
Yeah, he's 10 years younger than me.
10 years.
Yes. And then I said, my brother's taking over, is going to take over and wait for him. When he was 18, I was the first one to make sure that I started writing songs for him while he was still at school. So every weekend he used to come up to Joburg just to come and sing what I actually wrote and what I actually recorded already as backtracks on those songs. Songs like Gugu went to Ungashothanda yongami
Imbakam. Was Imbakam?
Umuthanda. Yes, that was at what's so called Umbakam.
Umbakam.
Yes, and there are so many songs that we did
Yeah, okay.
with
Yeah.
Lucky Dube on that particular time.
Yeah.
And then actually I was just, I gave him a chance to grow up in this kind of music because he was very much in love with Steve Kekana and Soul Brothers. So if I could come in and say, let's do a reggae now, it was not going to be good for him because really he was into this traditional story. And then I waited for him after recording the 5th album, and then there was a young man called Ruben Biwa. I think he's in America, right? He's based in America right now. And then I actually asked Ruben whether could we do the reggae album because I was inspired by Jimmy Cliff when he was at Orlando Stadium in 1976. And then I kept that until one day I asked Ruben, can we do this? Ruben said, no, thanks, Richie. I don't think I'll love to do that. I'm okay where I am. He was on Michael Jackson, Spotlight, do you want to? Yes, that was Ruben Biwa. Okay. And then Lucky Dube, I went to Lucky, I said, Lucky, what about reggae? And he said, no, sorry, my brother, I'm okay where I am because if I stop this, people will think maybe I'm failing.
Yeah.
And then I said, no, you're not failing, man. It's just another step because I want you to tell the whole world. No, he totally refused. But I was very clever. I said, okay, thanks, my brother. I'm not going to really disturb you because I need you for the future. And then I started making backtracks. You know, I make backtracks, and when I'm ready with 4 backtracks, and then I call them in, Lucky and Ruben, and said, guys, I want you to do a session on that product that I've been traveling with. And then they came running because they know now they are just coming to do sessions. And then even the song titled I'm a reggae man with a reggae feeling. I've lost my life. It was done by Ruben Biwa.
Really?
Yes, it was done by Ruben Biwa, singing together with Lucky as a backing vocals. Okay. And then I took it from there, and then the day I was actually putting together the label information for that particular album, and then I just went straight and right there, Lucky Dube, the SA King of Reggae. The reason of me doing that was because I grew up with him. I know how good he is on anything, in terms of imitating, in terms of anything. You know, he could actually talk like anything. He can be a lady just now, he can be a man, he can be an old man right now. So I know that if I wanted him to be a Bob Marley or Peter, he would do that because I grew up with me. I know he can do anything. And then I put him up. And then he actually resisted because he was not really happy. He resisted. Then you know what I did? I decided to send him out with Amaswa Zembele to go and perform.
Right.
To Richard by the audiences.
Richard, we are going to let Usisi yes, okay. Then you and Pamela, you remain.
Well.
Continue with the struggle.
Yeah, you guys want to share me together?
Yeah, Richard will be here.
The whole vibe.
Yeah, Richard will be here. So Pamela, in short, Pamela, you know, I know a lot of people did an interview with you. When did you start when also Kushabela? I mean, just in 2 seconds.
1984.
84.
Yes, as a backing vocalist.
Yeah.
Jasmine and the Lilies.
Yeah.
And Lazarus Rahudi.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So the Kangane Gupilosis.
On the
Endleleni.
way.
Yes. Endleleni.
Endleleni. No, that's fine. Right, I know what you're gonna, Richard. What you'll do is, I'll leave you here, people will be asking you questions.
No, it's okay.
Then in backup. Then I'll come back, we finish our interview together. For those who want to be added with Richard, there's some questions, ask Richard questions. I'll be back with you in a minute.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Love you.
Yes, so Richard, they'll be asking you some questions.
All right.
Tell them about how you started as a slave. And there's a lady called Tuamuti Queen, she knows you very well. So people want to know about how you and Lucky Dube met and how
All right, it's like, okay, bye-bye, girls. Nice to see you. All right, I think I'm on air now. Actually, I'm taking care of the whole radio station, you know. And then, if you can come through and talk, I'll answer you. But as you know that I'm a visitor, I'm not that familiar with the studio. But
sorry about that. Yes, people there, yes. So Richard, you were talking. Right now we are talking, me and Richard Siluma. This is Richard Siluma, Wahlabela Lucky Dube. Yes, people, they want to be added, right? If you want to be added, let me see if we can add people. They want to ask you some questions. A lot of people, they want to ask you some questions. Let's see if we can put people. Right, Richard. Ed, this one wants to be added. The Queen wants to be added. Please, if you want to be added, please, just say cap. Just say a few minutes, please. So, Richard, and then how did you meet Lucky Dube?
we grew up together.
Yes, you were saying, I asked you that question.
In the very same bed and everything.
As cousins.
Yes.
So, how did you discover the talent of you and your as cousins?
You know, when you stay in the same house together, you know how does he sing at the bathroom and anywhere else.
Yeah.
So it's how we discovered one another.
Yes.
Yes.
So you said he was younger than you?
Yeah, he's younger than me.
Right, the Queen, I'm adding you, saying it's adding, and check your phone, please, and make sure that it's adding you.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
Yes,
How are you? I'm very well, thank you. How are you, Mr. Seluma? Do you know what's the first song on my morning playlist? My first song on my morning playlist. On my morning playlist in my house, my first song is African Dance. Yes. Bakagachai, this our African. Walking through the streets of Africa in the morning. How are you, Sagila? Uh-huh.
When I was in the middle, every time
Uh-huh.
and I
Uh-huh.
then they told me when you speak like an American, you like an American, you the hell out. And then I changed
Wow, it was nice talking to you, Mr. Sagila, Richard S. Richie S. Unfortunately, I don't have earphones, so I can hear some echoes from your side because on my side here, I don't have earphones, so I'll have to go and let other people be added. It was so lovely. Thank you so much, my brother Phillip Sibanda, for talking to our legends. Yeah.
Yes, that is your fans, the people who follows you. You know, Richard. So you and Lucky Dube, you moved. It when Lucky Dube was when ekala, why senza impakanga? Wasebuya kureke because you told him, no, Nancy, you are good at this. Right.
Actually, the whole thing came from the visiting of Jimmy Cliff. In Orlando Stadium.
Yeah.
And then when I look at him performing, and then in my inner, it was confirmed that world like brother.
Yeah.
And then I actually kept that in me for nearly 15 years until Lucky was ready. And then when I was proposing for him to get into reggae, I was even using that by saying, look, brother, if you could get into this, we'll be able to tour the world. But it was very hard for him to believe because he's young and I was like dreaming.
Yeah.
And then I even remember the day we were jetting into Jamaica.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop myself to stand up and say, Lucky!
Yeah.
Because he was sitting at the back of the plane. I was in front. And then I stood up and said, hey, what did I tell you? And then we were landing into Jamaica. You know, so